All right, all right, all right. What's up, CEOs? It is Shamel. So if you're watching this right now, hit the replay, or not hit the replay, but type replay, because that gives me an idea of what time people are watching. Today, we are talking about what auto dealers need to plan to end the year. So this is just basically like how to do a quarterly plan. For those who don't know me, because we got a lot of new people in the group, I'm Shamel Leonard, and I started the Auto Dealer Business School out of my own needs. I was a licensed dealer, or am a licensed dealer, but when I first started, I was like, why is there not an auto dealer business school to tell me how to do this? And so as I went along figuring out things and making mistakes, I realized what was missing for us to know to be successful. And that is what I give you in the Auto Dealer Business School. So this year I got the chance to be a speaker at the NADA conference. Auto Dealer Business School is Better Business Bureau A+ rated. We have over 150 members and growing every day. So it's working. I teach people how to get licensed. I teach people how to make money, what kind of cars to buy, and how to run their business, like how to set it up, because it's all about the operations, right? And profit solves problems. So that is me. And so today I'm talking about planning, because when I first started in the business, I was all over the place. What's up, Francisco? Yes, let me know who's with me and where you at, okay? And I'm assuming you can hear me, because if you couldn't hear me, I'm thinking you probably let me know, right? But yeah, when I was first in the business, I was all over the place. Like I didn't have a consistent daily plan. I didn't have a consistent weekly schedule. I didn't have a consistent monthly process. Like I was all over the place. I was stressed out. I used to wake up in the morning like already in a panic because I knew I had fires to put out and a million things to do. So I didn't take the time to do a quarterly plan. I didn't take the time to assess the business and figure out what needed to happen until like it was too painful, right? Well, you don't have to wait until it's painful. You have to know what's going on in your business throughout, like periodically. So, and then you have to make plans to make business better, right? Because what we focus on expands. So if you're focusing on, hey, these are my current numbers, this is my current situation, and this is where I want to go, then so it is. So let's get you there, and let's talk about what a quarterly plan should be like. Number one, we're a little behind with the quarterly plan because we're already in the last quarter of the year. October, November, December. Okay. So it is time to really kick this plan into gear. This is something you need to do this week or right away whenever you see this video. But it is time to plan the end of the year, because the end of the year in our business is, and in a lot of businesses, is special and requires certain things. So these are some things that you should bring to the quarterly planning meeting, okay? Even if it's just you at this quarterly planning meeting, these are some things you need to make sure is included in your fourth quarter plan for your business, okay? So number one, I have tax strategy. So what I mean by tax strategy is the time to plan for your taxes is now. Because if there are any moves you need to make for more tax deductions, if there are any things you need to buy, like this is the time to really assess, okay, how much I've made this year, how much in taxes that translates into, and how can I reduce my tax liability? Like what are some things I can do if I buy this, or if I invest in, professional development, just saying, Auto Dealer Business School is investing in professional development and is a tax write-off, right? So like, what are the things that you're going to do to reduce your tax liability for your business? it's time to start thinking about those now so that you can make those moves. So know what you have made so far this year, know what your tax liability is potentially, and then know that you want to make some moves to reduce that, if so. Okay, so tax strategy. All right, next. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And who's with me? Like, I see y'all on. Don't be lurking. Let me know who is on and where you from. Okay, and let me know if this is helpful. Okay. All right. So after tax strategy is your tax season strategy, because tax season is after the end of this year is right around the corner, and the time to make the decisions about how that's going to go is now. Like, what is tax season going to look like? What are your projections for tax season? Like, what do you want tax season to be like? So, and then what moves do you need to make now to make sure you reach your goals in tax season? All right. So your tax season strategy, that's number 2. Number 3 is revenue boost for the end of the year. So, the end of the year is a little quieter in terms of the business traditionally. Now we have had some, non-traditional years because of the pandemic and all the assistance that has been given out because of the pandemic. However, I'm giving you things to think about in your revenue boost for the end of the year. Okay, so the end of the year is typically not as profitable as tax season. However, what are some things that you can do to possibly make it as profitable as tax season? So how are you going to boost your revenue for the end of the year? What are you going to do? What are you going to sell? How are you going to sell it? When are you going to make it happen? Okay, so revenue boosting activities for the end of the year. What do those look like? And last, what are your needs for your business to get there to those revenue goals for the end of the year? So if you are saying, yes, I want to make some more money before the end of the year, this is how much, then what do you need to give yourself and your business to get there? All right. So that is what your quarterly plan should at least include, at the very least, because it is time to be intentional about being successful in this business and what that looks like, and setting a goal and tracking towards that goal. And if you don't hit that goal, then why? What were the shortcomings? And then if you do, then great. How can we multiply those efforts? Like, how can we do that times 10, right? So any questions about a quarterly plan? I know quarterly plan is like, especially if you are really busy right now in your business and you are all over the place, it is difficult to stop and assess and analyze. It is difficult to stop and say, this is more important than what I'm doing right now. I know, I get it, but it is more important than anything else. You have to take this time to plan. And what you should also bring to your quarterly planning meeting with me, myself, and I, if you're a solopreneur or your team, is you should also bring your numbers, the numbers that you have put out so far in your business. And what I mean by numbers is you should look at how many cars you sold for this year and how much profit per car and how much gross revenue you have up until this point. And how much are your expenses? And how much, what are your conversion times for your inventory, for your product to be ready? Okay, so these are things that you need to make sure you have a handle on, that you know what's going on. You have tapped into the health of your business by knowing what's been going on this year and then planning for it to be better. All right. So, any questions? You are so quiet. So I'm wondering if this is interesting. Are you taking notes? I once had someone say, you know, you asking questions and I'm taking notes. So, but just let me know that you're picking up what I'm putting down, because I'm here to make sure I'm giving you good advice and good guidance. But if you want more, you know, if you need more, I do a quarterly planning session with the Accelerator members. And that is coming up. So if you are interested in joining the Accelerator, if you're like, I need some assistance doing this, I need someone to hold my hand and walk me through this, because I know I'm not going to take out the time to do it. I know that I really don't feel confident that I know what I'm doing. So if that is you, then definitely consider joining the Accelerator. And if you want to learn more about it, I'll put the link to the information page, but I will also put the link to the strategy session, because I do offer one free strategy session where you can talk about what all is specific to your business and what's going on, and we can put together a strategy. And that may include the Accelerator, it may not. So I will also put the link there so that you can get this quarterly planning done, even if it's inside of the program, you know, especially with assistance, you know, like that's a good move to make. So any questions? And then for my people who are not licensed yet, and you watch this video because you're trying to get an idea of what the future looks like and what you should be considering, and you're like, and if this video is like, okay, all right, like I'm definitely wanting to be licensed soon, then I want you to check out Drama Free Licensing so that you can get your license and get into this wonderful business. All right. So since I don't have any questions and you all are so quiet this morning, I think that's all. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. I'm looking through my notes. Was this helpful? Hey, I see Francisco. That's the only one I really see coming up. But was this helpful today? And if you have any questions later, then write it in the comments. I understand that if you haven't been doing quarterly planning, and if you haven't considered it, then the first step is just wrapping your mind around considering it. And then the second step might be exploring how it looks, and then, you know, what questions you might have. All right. So as always, I'm praying for your success. You know, there's a saying, like someone must have been praying for me because things have been going well. So I know I've had some people praying for me and things have been going well. So I am passing that on. I'm praying for your success. I want to give you the help you need. So make sure you tap into the resources at the Auto Dealer Business School. All right. Okay, CEOs. So enjoy the rest of your week. Get your quarterly planning done. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.